The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman women's basketball coach Mike Mincey, I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman gets set to host Coker on Saturday, and coach, 2 road games and 2 games where offensively you weren't nearly as good as you had been to start the year. I know that overall you take the 2 victories, but is there anything offensively that you've seen the last couple games that maybe needs to get corrected for Saturday?
Not necessarily. I think we're still getting the shots that we're capable of making. We just haven't shot a very good percentage. And some of that credit goes to, well, 1, you're on the road, and 2, Newberry and Anderson coming into our games were 2 of the better defensive teams in our league. Of course, Anderson in particular is one of the best defensive teams in the country. So, when you're playing a tough team like that, the scoring's not going to be as easy maybe against some of the other opponents that we played against. I just think that we've shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. Like last night we talked about at Anderson. We had a chance to put a lot more points on the board, I felt like. We missed some easy shots around the rim, had some unforced turnovers by our group that, maybe if we get a chance to score there and get a shot off, that we can get more points on the board. But I'm not concerned. I think it's been good for us that we've gone on the road. The shots haven't fallen like we're used to them falling, but at the end of the day, we pull out a road victory at 2 of the harder places to play in our league.
You're 10-0, ranked 8th in the country, one of the better teams in the nation. Now you have a target on your back. How do you think the girls are handling having that target every game?
We've not really necessarily been in this scenario in terms of we've been 11-0, whatever, but as far as being ranked as high as we have, we're taking a different stance on it. We're going to enjoy it. I think these kids have put a lot of work in. A lot of time in the gym, a lot of time in the weight room, especially over the summer. And so, we're going to enjoy being ranked, and we're going to enjoy being undefeated and enjoy every victory we have and not be one of those teams that's like, well, let's not talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. It's out there, and we understand that we're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's fine. I'd rather be that than be the team that's trying to go beat somebody. And I think our kids are handling it well. Now that it's out in the open and we're talking about it, and we have goals that we want to accomplish, and this team understands that they are a good basketball team, and I think there's the pieces of the puzzle have come together to where we've always had those weaknesses in the past, and we still have weaknesses, but we don't have as many weaknesses, and so we do feel like that we can go and be competitive with about anybody. Can we beat them? Who knows? I'm not saying we're going to beat everybody, but we can be competitive with anybody, and I like the way they're preparing and the goals that they have set, and just the way that they're approaching every game and every day in practice.
Christmas break is about 10 days away. You have finals going on for the girls right now. How do you ensure that they're focused not only on their studies but on the games to ensure that they close the first half of the season strong?
That's the beauty of this team is I don't have to do anything. We do what we do as coaches to lead them, and then they're player led. They're going to get in the gym and they're going to shoot. If anything, they're going to shoot probably too much, and they're going to be in the gym too much. If anything, we probably need to tell them, hey, make sure you get out of the gym and go and study, because you got to do well in your class in your classes and that kind of thing. But that's not even anything that I have to deal with. They'll be ready to go every game, and they'll come to practice ready to go. So it's not even a concern for me as a coach.
You're getting to the point in the year where you do have some film on the other teams. You look at Coker, good rebounding unit, but otherwise below average in every other statistical category. What do you need to do against the Cobras?
Well, we just started our scout on them. I haven't really watched a whole lot just because we've had so many games, and they're big, and they've got some really good post players. Right now, I know that they're college basketball players. They're able to put the ball in the basket and shoot it. They've just struggled a little bit from the perimeter. But, their post game is really good and can be really good, and they're 6'3", 6'2", got some good athletes. So, it's a matter of keeping them off the glass. The Williams girl is the leading rebounder in the conference, and she gets a lot of offensive rebounds, and so does number 32. So we just got to keep them off the boards. The game plan will stay the same for us anyway, and, hopefully we can get that game going in the right direction. And so I like our chances, but, if we give up easy offensive rebounds and second chance points, it could be a problematic for us as we go into Saturday.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck Saturday.
Thank you, Michael.
He's Carson-Newman women's basketball coach Mike Mincey. I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.